Hey guys, it's Anna and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 perfumes for life. These are my absolute favorite holy grail fragrances I cannot live without. I absolutely love everything in my collection. If I don't love it, it goes. There's no room for fragrances in my collection that I don't love. And life is too short to wear perfumes that you're not obsessed with. Starting with number one, this is Guerlain's Coconut Fizz from their Aqua Allegoria line. I will say that the majority of the fragrances I have in my collection are more complex, more unique. This one is more simple, but it makes me so happy, and I just cannot be without this scent. I was watching a perfume video from Kathleen Lights, and she was talking about how she loves to purchase a perfume right before she goes on a big trip, and then she will wear that perfume exclusively on this trip, and then after that, that fragrance just reminds her of that vacation. And I thought that was such a fun way to remember a trip. You really do create scent memories with fragrances. So I went to Hawaii with my boyfriend for the very first time a couple of months ago, and I tested out about like 20 different like holiday, summer, vacation fragrances, and this one stood out the most to me. Immediately when I smelled this, not even like immediately when I tested it, like when I first opened the envelope that it arrived in the mail, I could smell it without even spraying it from the little decant, and I'm like, oh, that one's good. This is such a beautiful, happy scent. It is perfect for summer. Like, there is not a better summer fragrance in my collection. Like, this is the queen. This has coconut nectar in here. This predominantly smells like the freshest coconut water. Not coconut milk. It's not that creamy sort of texture. You're not getting a thickness. You're not getting, a coconut meat kind of scent. It's not an artificial coconut. It's not a sunscreen coconut. It's not a candied sugared coconut. It is literally the purest form of coconut water. It's super fresh, light, uplifting. It has bergamot in there. I love bergamot. Like, that's probably my favorite citrus note because it's not straight up lemon or lime, like it's a little bit more of a unique citrus, but it's like along those lines. It's like the cousin of a lime or lemon. You definitely get a bit of white florals in there, which is coming from the freesia, and then a little bit of woodiness and like the tiniest bit of sweetness from the tonka bean. But predominantly what you're getting in here is the coconut water, the bergamot, and the white florals. This is a dumb reach in my collection. If I don't know what I'm feeling for the day, I can always reach for Coconut Fizz. Instantly makes me smile, instantly brings me back to that beautiful island we went to visit, Kauai. Oh my gosh, so beautiful, so stunning. Like, highly recommend you guys check out that island in your lifetime. It felt like I was in a movie, like some fantasy land. I have never been to an island like that before ever in my life. So it's like I'd seen pictures and videos, of course, but like being able to comprehend the reality of that was so difficult for me. So actually being there was so incredible. It felt like I was in Jurassic Park or Jumanji. The natural beauty that's there is just unparalleled to anything I've ever seen. And this is now the scent of Kauai to me. Next, we have Angel Muse EDP. This is Angel dialed down a little bit with added chocolate. I'm a little confused because I see people on YouTube who are not a fan of the original Angel loving this, and they say this smells like Nutella. To me, this smells a lot like the original Angel, but with the patchouli dialed down a bit and then the chocolate amped up. So if you despise Angel, I still would not recommend this because to me, still smells a lot like it. I'm a big fan of Angel. It was actually my signature scent for about 2 years. But sometimes the patchouli can just be a little bit too much for me. It can get just a little bit dirty. It depends on the day. With this is like perfect always. This is still like a patchouli bomb. It's still very apparent, but it's not as harsh as in the original. So if you love the original, but maybe just want to dial it back a little bit, I would definitely recommend it. And I just adore the dry down of Angel. Like that's when I really get that chocolate note warming up on my skin. And this has more of that chocolate presence in here. So this is just like unreal to me. I really just identify with this scent. Like this is me in a bottle. I cannot wait for fall and winter to wear this. I'll go to my collection and just like smell this every once in a while. It's a very unique scent. If you know the scent of Angel, you know. Then I find myself in a continuous toss-up between Delina and Delina Exclusive. I have a hard time deciding between the two, which is why I have both fragrances. And that is very rare for me. If I am testing out a fragrance, like I'm constantly buying like little decants and samples. So if I love a scent, but it smells like something else in my collection, I write it in my notes for later. So when I run out of the bottle I already have, I'll go get that one. But like, I'm not gonna have both in my collection, you know? But with this scent profile, it is that good, like so spectacular that I needed both. Like I could not be without one or the other. And they are different enough for me to justify having both. But also I think that's just me being like a fragrance fanatic. I don't think like the normal person would justify having both, perhaps. They're just so beautiful and incredible. I had to have both. And I did actually test out the new Delina La Rosée. Anyway, thought it was beautiful, like literally Delina, but like watered down, not in a negative way, like, oh, this is like a watered down juice, but it literally smelled like more refreshing, more watery. Like there's somehow water notes. Water doesn't smell like anything, but like if you smell it, you understand. It's more light, it's more fresh, and it is more rosy, hence the name. Loved it, but it didn't absolutely floor me like these two did. And I'm kind of picky with rose. The dry down of that fragrance was very rose dominant. Not a heavy rose, but it was like flat out rose. So anyway, that was a tangent. Basically, I flip-flop between the two of which one is my ultimate favorite. For a while, the Exclusive was, but I'm gonna say that right now, in this current moment, I'm gonna go with the original Delina. Still love you the most. And I could flip again, who knows? But at this current moment, for this current video, top 10 for life, we're going with the original. She's just a bit more youthful, a bit more bright, zesty, uplifting, light, fun, sparkling. I know this is a popular fragrance, but I don't give a shit. This is gonna be in my fragrance collection forever. It is that good. It is a masterpiece. Like, I'm never letting go of this. This has the bright, uplifting, sparkling notes of rose, peony, rhubarb, and lychee. It has this tartness to it that makes it really intriguing and interesting. And just fun. It's super feminine. You feel elegant when you wear it. I feel like you need to be wearing light colors when you wear this fragrance. It's not your typical floral fruity fragrance. I feel like that's just oversaturated on the market. You can smell it everywhere. It's a very likable but common DNA, but with this you have cashmere, incense, cedar, and vetiver to ground the fragrance, and it just makes it a lot more grown up than your typical designer fruity floral. Oh geez, this is not this does not smell designer in the slightest. This is so obviously luxury. When I want to feel my most womanly, this is what I reach for. Next is Initio Oud for Greatness, my baby. Behold, the king of oud. You could not convince me otherwise. Mystery, seduction, intrigue, confidence, strength, just sexy. Just sexy in a bottle. This is like a black leather outfit sort of fragrance. It almost does have like a little bit of a leather quality to it. A little bit of a leather tone, and I'm not a fan of leather in fragrances. Leather isn't listed, but you can definitely pick up on that kind of vibe. And the saffron in here with that Baccarat Rouge sweetness lying in the background just makes it so addictive and good. You guys, I died. I saw the announcement that they're coming out with Oud for Happiness. Okay, that name is not it. I don't know whose idea that was. Oud for Happiness. Sounds so cheesy, I can't. I was really disappointed when I heard that name, but I'm very excited for the actual fragrance. I hope it's bomb, because if it's on par with how good this is, like, give it to me. Literally add to cart immediately. This is very bold, very strong. Don't surpass 3 sprays, okay? I'm just giving you the warning right now. Don't do it. I know it smells good. Dude, I know it smells good. But don't do it, because it's a bomb. This is so special to me and so important to me. Like, I don't understand. This, I feel like, was created for me, personally. I don't know. I really resonate with this scent. It's like when I smelled it, I had deja vu from like a past lifetime, and it was like you and I were soulmates. Why do you feel so familiar? Why do you feel like home, even though this is the first time I'm experiencing you? This will never not be in my collection. It's worth every single penny. This is my baby. Oh my gosh, we're matching today. How cute. What a vibe. What a vibe. We love to see it. This is Armani Prive's Rouge Malachite. I have tried, oh, it's so good. I have tried the entire like colored marble line from Armani Prive. This is the best one, hands down, hands down. This is the tuberose of my dreams. Literally, you could not give me a better tuberose. I'm very particular with my tuberose scents. They often are too cloying to me, too thick, just like mature. But this is like chef's kiss. I got a sample of this fragrance and I burned through it, and I had ordered all these different samples, but the moment I smelled this, like, I just didn't want to go for anything else. Like, I kept thinking about this fragrance. This is so beautiful and elegant. Like, this and Delina are the same sort of vibes, not scent profile, not same like scent family, like nothing like that. Literally smell nothing alike. I'm just saying, like, the vibes that they give off to me are the same, where it's like elegant, beautiful woman, feminine, luxurious, sophisticated, elevated, classy. You just look like a vision of beauty. This has jasmine in it, and you can definitely pick that up, so it's not strictly tuberose. It has ylang ylang, which gives it this like summery kind of vibe. It has this like sunshine sort of element to it. So this is perfect for spring and summer, but once you hit the 90s, I would not reach for this, because this is very strong and it is like more of a creamy fragrance. So it gets too cloying for me once it reaches 90 degrees. But other than that, perfect for spring and summer. It has amber and benzoin in it, which are like, some of my favorite notes ever. Oh my gosh, like if I were to ever come out with a fragrance, like, that's never gonna happen, but if I were to ever come out with a fragrance, I feel like it would have to have amber in it. Oh my gosh, so good. It's sexy, it's warm, it's inviting, and then it has pink pepper at the top to just give it like a little bit of spiciness. It's so good. It's my favorite white floral in my collection. Then of course I have to have my staple vanilla for the rest of my life. We have Guerlain's Spiritueuse Double Vanille. I feel redundant at this point. I've mentioned it, I feel like, in like every single video lately. But you cannot get better than this. I have tried so many vanillas, and I actually want to do a best vanillas video for you guys, but I have a lot of like samples to purchase before I do that video. Like, I have a lot to test out before I want to release that. There's more to discover, you know? But nevertheless, from what I've tried, let's see. Will anything trump this? I don't know. That will be a feat. The Gourmand of my dreams. This is vanilla extract, like a sweetened vanilla extract, or like a vanilla bean ice cream. I feel like out of the bottle, and for like the first little bit as you wear it, you get more of that vanilla extract. And then in the air, the cloud around you is vanilla bean. And then it has the addictive quality of the amber, the woody notes, and the incense, just to give it character. It's not a boring vanilla. What a perfume for compliments every time, baby. I'm never not in the mood for this. This is such a great fragrance because it's just mass pleasing. It's going to please the everyday consumer that isn't into luxury fragrances, that doesn't dabble into niche. This is going to be pleasing. This is going to be yummy. And it has enough character to still wow people who are like hardcore obsessed with fragrances. I was not ready for this. Fragrance du Bois, Minuit et Demi. I was lucky enough to find someone selling a 1 milliliter sample. When I tested it out, I was in love, and then I did end up purchasing this for full retail price, which I hardly ever do. Like 99% of my collection I got at a discount, but I am very happy with my purchase and I would do it again. This is the fragrance I have needed all my life. I have several perfumes which feel like me in a bottle, and this is one of them. I feel a little weird saying that because I mean, this is like Demi in a bottle because she created it. But truly, like, this is my kind of scent profile. Like this, when I smell it, I'm like, that is what I love. Because my all-time favorite fragrances to wear are Gourmands with something else to them, with some sustenance. Like, I want some depth. I want notes to give it intrigue. Give me woody notes, amber, incense, tobacco, liquor, like something, you know, to give it that character. And that is this, like to a T, this fragrance, perfect. Not only is it my perfect scent profile, but I love fragrances that kind of give you a unisex kind of vibe. Again, that's this. This has cardamom and pimento at the top to give it this warm, addictive, like little spicy quality, but it's not a spiciness that's like, you know, gonna burn your mouth kind of spicy. Like when I saw the image of a red pepper, I was like, interesting choice. It's not that kind of vibe. It's not like a hot, spicy food. It's an edible, addicting amount of spiciness. It's not too much. It's not like a spicy overload. You have caramel and coffee in the mid, which I don't pick up like specifically caramel per se. You have caramel and vanilla in here. I get that sweetness. I get that little bit of a gourmand sweetness, but it's blended so well that it's not just like bam, it's vanilla, or bam, it's caramel. This is dark roasted coffee beans. This is not like a full-on coffee beverage. It's way more sophisticated and refined than that. They're super dark. You can almost pick up on that little bit of bitterness, like if you were just to pop in, you know, some straight up coffee beans in your mouth, but the fragrance doesn't smell bitter at all because it has the vanilla and the caramel to sweeten it up a little bit. But I would not describe this to be a sweet fragrance. It's literally just enough. It's not too sweet. It's not that it's needing more sweetness. It is literally perfect. The cinnamon, the tobacco, the cedar, the liquor, just it gives me what I need. And now the best chocolate fragrance of all time. Can we take a guess? Anyone guessed it? Guerlain's Gourmand Coquin. You can't get a better chocolate than this. Literally this in one word, mouth-watering. I legitimately salivate every single time I smell this. This has dark chocolate in it as well as powdered chocolate. And the sweetness in here comes from the vanilla. You get rum, you get spices. Are we sensing a trend? I feel like you guys could pick out by now like what kind of fragrances would be for me. This has a very simple note breakdown, but because of the notes that they chose, this smells expensive, like the most expensive dessert ever. This is the ultimate intimate encounter fragrance. Anyone and everyone around you will want to be close to you, want to cuddle. Ew. You know, everybody's hyping up Xerjoff's Italica and deeming that as like the gourmand queen. Guys, it's called Gourmand Coquin for a reason. Italica has nothing on this. Sorry. Next up is Essential Parfum Divine Vanille. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this. This is the best dupe of Parfum de Marly Herod you're ever gonna find. They literally smell exactly the same to me. The only difference is that Herod is stronger. It's more potent. The notes just smell richer. But otherwise, it's the same thing. And you guys are gonna die when you hear this price. $75 for 100 milliliters, and it's a niche brand, beautiful packaging, like really classy and simple. I don't care if it's Herod or this that I have in my life, but I need one at all times. I'm mentioning this because this is what I have in my collection. My boyfriend owns Herod. And the reason this looks so full is because I literally got it almost a week ago, but I've been burning through a decant and I know this scent profile. Low key, high key, I think they're not listing all the notes that are in this fragrance because I'm like, how can it smell just like Herod and not have tobacco in it when like tobacco is one of the main players in Herod? And I can smell it in here. So I'm gonna say there's tobacco, incense, vanilla, cinnamon, tonka bean. So it has a lot of amazing gourmand elements to it, but then it has the benzoin, the cedar, and the patchouli to make it more than that. Make it more interesting. I literally could not be without Herod or something extremely close to Herod in my life, because once you smell that fragrance, like there's no going back. It's like your eyes have been opened to like a whole realm of masterfulness. So when I'm not reaching for a gourmand or a white floral, what do you get? A gourmand white floral. This is perfectly those two elements meeting in the middle. There's orange blossom, neroli, and jasmine here, but I pretty much just get the jasmine, and then you get praline, chocolate, and vanilla in here. This has a really almost unique kind of flavor to it because of the pear and the ginger, because you'll see a lot of fragrances sweetened up with caramel, vanilla, chocolate, praline, marshmallow, whatever. But then to bring in kind of like food elements from a totally different family, ginger and pear, makes this very unique. This is the perfect fragrance to reach for when you're not quite in the mood for a full-on gourmand. You're like, I don't know if I want to go that route today, but then you also don't want to smell like a traditional perfume. This is the best way to meet in the middle. It's a super likable fragrance. I get a lot of compliments on it. It's classy, you smell feminine, but you also just smell good. You smell yummy. So those are all of my best favorite top fragrances for life. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already. If you want to see me in any more videos, I would appreciate it so much. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!